Hello and welcome to some more Star Citizen. There's some network and further game optimization improvements that are coming with the release of 3.0, and these should also be appearing in the PTU patches in the next few weeks. But there's been a lot of talk from the devs on Spectrum trying to dismiss some of the myths and inform us more about their netcode, game performance and servers, and how it all kind of works together, and some of the stuff that we may have got wrong, or at least I've got wrong in the past. Star Citizen's servers are hosted by AWS, Amazon Web Services Cloud. They deploy PTUs and dev builds on these environments, and they're built to emulate the public environment. However, they don't use less powerful servers on the PTUs. The current PTU servers have player caps of 50, which is over twice the amount of players as in 2.6.3, and the servers on the PTU at the moment have much better performance relatively, and if you set them down to 24 players, that would be extremely obvious. They are increasing player caps to push forward with getting more and more players in the servers and to investigate what's preventing them from moving forward with performance and network code and bugs and all that sort of jazz that all comes along with it. Client-side frame rate is not being affected by server-side frame rate anymore, which is a huge improvement, though there's plenty of other things causing problems with both client and server frame rates. Fixing performance is much like peeling back layers of an onion. There is never going to be a single fix that takes care of everything. Rather, they have to fix the worst offender when it comes to bugs and performance, and then see what else is broken afterwards and kind of reiterate on those tests. And that's why we have the PTUs, that's why we have Ivocati, to get a load of those major bugs and blockers out early. Backers can help by playing. Each time they play online with other players, that helps generate load on servers, which in turn helps them identify problems that are causing issues with the amount of load, with the amount of players playing, and then get more and more information and data. Obviously, bug reports and all that sort of jazz also help a lot. They fixed a lot of problems that were causing performance issues, but when one thing is fixed, a new issue could rise up in its place. It's all a step towards better and better frame rates, better optimization, more players and servers, server meshing, and a more playable game though. It's all part of the process. In regards to servers and frame rates, the server does need to validate some client actions, but your client will carry out those actions locally while waiting to hear back from the server. Only if the server disagrees, possibly due to latency or cheating or some other effect, will your client have to undo any actions and correct itself based on the authoritative version of events from the server. This is an industry standard technique known as client-side prediction, because your client predicts that the server will validate its actions, and that's used to make network gameplay more responsive. It doesn't stall your graphics stack or otherwise affect frame rates though. The graphics pipeline does not wait for server updates. The server FPS does not affect client FPS. Netcode does not make clients run slowly and never has. Netcode does not make servers run slowly anymore, even though they've added more clients. You get better performance on newer servers because there are fewer players on them, so your client has less work to do with physics, animation, rendering, IFCS, and entity updates. Players hacking the game to play in offline mode, and for 3.0's PU, get better performance than they do online because their clients don't have to deal with the loads generated by 49 other players. They are pushing the game engine far beyond what it was designed to handle. Fixing and optimizing that means fundamentally changing how systems work, while simultaneously trying not to break everything in the game that uses them. Big performance gains that require making big changes take time. Sometimes they have to do a lot of restructuring before they can even work on optimization. Making all these changes can introduce a lot of bugs, and fixing all of those takes even more time. Performance is not the only goal as well. They're trying to achieve fidelity levels not seen before, and there's a balance between pushing the boundaries, getting frame rates, and getting more people in the game as they continue to optimize. Eventually, we're going to start to see work on server meshing, which is Star Citizen's planned method to get all the players in the same shard or server. In the next few days, we should see ranged-based updates or bind culling for networking, hopefully in for 3.0's PTU. And then in the near future, we'll see huge gains from object container streaming actually being used properly. This is all part of the process, and Star Citizen will get more and more optimized. The game, up until now, has been incredibly unoptimized, and yes, previously we've had lots of problems with servers, frame rates, lots of different things that have contributed to poor performance in game and really, really low frame rates in the persistent universe. That, however, with the release of 3.0, should start to see a significant change, and we will see more and more patches with more and more performance updates as the game gets ever closer to release. Every month we have a giveaway. For December, it's for an extra massive Orion mining vessel donated by our featured org, Self-Made, an organisation looking at all types of gameplay with a lawful neutral stance and trying not to be a dick to others, which is a good thing I can heartily recommend that people do IRL. There's links below to pretty much everything we've discussed, so all the networking stuff, if you want to check out Self-Made, if you want to check out any stuff to do with the giveaways, previous winners, all that sort of jazz, linked in the description below, as well as the comments, so I'll chuck a load of the links in there as well. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, as it really does help me. If you've got any questions about Alpha 3.0, about the netcode, about Star Citizen's development in general, anything, just chuck them in the comments below as well. A special thank you to my Patreons, who allow me to create the amount of content I do. If you're interested in becoming one of them, again, links below for Patreon. We'll also be setting up a drip account or whatever it's called as well, because some people are angry at Patreon. I don't know. I know things that happen in the world unless it Star Citizen news. Thanks very much, guys, for watching, and I'll see you in the verse.